Hi, I'm Jansen Skumpo, and you're watching NBA 2K TV.
I'm your host, Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet.
The home crowd here, alongside Greg Anthony, and with pregame routines coming to an end.
Well, Kevin,
thanks for that, DA. And the Warriors move the ball so quickly. Their team chemistry is off the charts. And these are both veteran teams, Steve. They've been around. A game like this is a test of wits as much as anything.
they understand what it takes to win. They understand how to will themselves into wins. They understand you can't make mistakes mentally. Veterans, they know how to pull it out. They want to keep it close, and they feel they can win at the end.
And the Jazz start out with the ball. We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. So on the floor for Utah, Mitchell is out there with ball. Then there's Brown. Then there's Embiid. Doesn't go for him. And it's the Warriors taking it the other way. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Chicago.
And simply put, they couldn't score. And it never got completely in sync in that one.
Well, that's putting it mildly. They were in total disarray. I have no idea where their heads were that night.
The Jazz working the ball around now. Mitchell kicks to Embiid. Clock at 4. It's tipped, but he stays with it. And that one hits back iron. Utah's on defense. Outside, Green. Dishes to Young. Green, the screen. And Young kicks to Green. The three-pointer, no good. The Jazz have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. And it's ball in the corner. Embiid sets the pick for ball. Here's Mitchell. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And the lid comes off the basket. After 4 straight misses, they finally get one.
Young with the ball. 26 points for him last game against Chicago.
And some of the passes he threaded through the defense were just incredible. He made it look so easy.
Fires from the corner. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
I can tell you right now, the coach loved everything about that shot except the result.
Mitchell passes the ball. Embiid with a screen on Green. Now the pass to Brown. The dish to Embiid. Fires at the elbow. Connects, the jumper drops. Embiid's got his second bucket tonight. And the Warriors off to a slow start here. Nothing yet up on the scoreboard for them. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Great open look there. Young's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
And you know, it took them a while to get going, but they finally connected now on their 4th shot of the game.
Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Green, the screen. And Young kicks to Green. Back to Young. Over ball. He squares up and sinks it. Young's got 5 points so far.
heating up early on. This is exactly how he wanted to start the night.
Well, he has the ability to get you off on the right foot. Now it's just about sustaining it.
Embiid inside. He's coming off a 37-point game against the Hawks in Atlanta.
I like the aggressive move on the layup attempt, but the defender, he just stayed right with him.
Back to Young. Here's Baker. He's covered by Brown. Green, the screen. Here's Baker. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in.
Excellent play call there. The defense was not prepared for the pick, and as a result, they gave up the wide open look.
Mitchell dishes to Embiid. Again, Embiid missing.
And I'll tell you, the sooner this quarter can end, the happier he'll be. It's been tough making shots.
He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. And he's on his way to the free throw line. And Smitty, you were able to play a couple seasons with Steve Kerr when you were both in San Antonio. What was your time together like there? And how do you think he's been influenced by his San Antonio time?
Well, it was a great time. He's a great teammate. I think he's been influenced by Popovich's attention to details. Both are very measured to their approach to things. But the one thing you have to really say that you really link those two together, they are funny, funny, funny.
Kicks the ball. Here's Mitchell. 8 points his last outing. The Jazz again can't hit it. Guarded by Embiid. Pass to Barrett. Over to the wing. Baker kicks to Green. Passes it to Barrett. Green, the screen. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. And at this point of the season, Steve, most players have a defined role in what they're expected to do from the coaching staff. Just how important is that to have for players in the NBA to have a roadmap to follow and stay between the lines?
It's extremely important. Reason why is you want to know what a guy's going to bring you night in and night out. And obviously, throughout the game and throughout the season and in playoffs, you have some injuries. Guys' roles change. But when everybody's on the same page and doing their job, and that's a big, I could say, quote in the NBA, do your job and the good things happen.
Yep. Barrett, he's covered by Brown. From the stripe to the wing right side. Here's Baker. He just could not put it together in that loss to Chicago. So he gets the whistle, contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. And Utah Jazz head coach Quinn Snyder was an outstanding basketball player in his own right.
Well, yeah, he was an All-American point guard in high school. His high school team, Mercer Island, was ranked #1 in the country. He got at Duke to 3 Final Fours. He didn't play pro basketball, but he got his law degree, his business degree, and he went into coaching.
Cool hands checked in for Utah. He feeds it to Embiid. And it's blocked.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Green, the pass to Young. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Young's got a couple of threes now in the first for the Warriors. Jazz trailed by 10. And a first time out of the game called for Utah.
The Jazz play just about the slowest pace in the league. Not many fast break points. They look to grind it out in the half court.
And when the Jazz set up their offense, they love to get into the paint.
Well, they play bully ball. They want to get inside and force the issue. Whether it's driving or dropping it off, they're looking to get it in close and get to the line.
Now we have a moment to look at how the blocks have been stacking up over the past several months for Embiid.
We're just not seeing that same fierceness out of him defensively these last few months. He's lost a little bit of that intimidation factor. He's not blocking as many shots, and he's not making the same impact on that end of the floor.
That shot goes in. He now has 3 field goals and 6 misses today. On offense, here are the Warriors. They're on a 17-5 run here. Barrett the pass to Young. From about 16. And yep, a couple bounces and it falls. Young's got 12 points in the game.
We will talk about feed the hot hand. That's what they're doing this quarter, which is why they've been able to maintain momentum.
Here's Mitchell. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him, but they recover it. Embiid the screen. Here's Mitchell. And he sinks the shot coming off the strong pick.
Superb pick there that allowed his teammate to get open and get a clean look at the basket.
Baker kicks to Green. Pass to Baker. Green the screen. Young from outside. Another three for Golden State.
Extending the lead, this has been a great period for him offensively.
Here's Cool Hands, defended by Young. Feeds to Embiid. And the officials call a traveling violation.
And checking out the numbers for Young. The last 10 or so games, he has been remarkable. Second in scoring, third in assists, and he's among the top 20 players in three-point field goal percentage. He has been locked and loaded from beyond.
And what he's doing right now, carving up defensive schemes at will, second best scorer in the league. It's just a marvelous thing to watch and appreciate. Catching up on the changes for Golden State, Zizic is checked in for Draymond Green, and it's Burke in for Baker. Here's Barrett, shoots over Brown, and oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. That's on Jaylen Brown. The Warriors shooting their sixth and seventh free throws in the game. And he knocks down the first one. You know, Steve, it seems like players are getting more leeway to shoot, but the one thing coaches cannot stand are turnovers. That's been universal. And for the beginning of the game, talk about how you can cut those turnovers down.
I think for a lot of players, they have to come in and really start to go back to study film. That could definitely cut down turnovers. Next, I think it has to be something that really, it hurts you. I think a lot of guys turn it over and they're like, well, we're getting to the next play. You got to turn the basketball over, and that has to hurt you. Then I think also a lot of guys make the simple play. Don't go for the fences. Go for the bunts, the singles, and if a guy is open, just give it to him in stride versus trying to create a play. A lot of guys sometimes over-dribble and overthink, just make the right basketball play.
And keeping your focus, I would think, too, just like in anything in regular life, keeping your focus on something has got to be just imperative.
And communication, you said it right. You focus, communication, that will cut down turnovers.
The Warriors have gone a perfect 7 of 7 from the line tonight. The first one falls.
And trailing here in the early going, too many careless fouls, and they're giving up a lot of trips to the line.
And the Warriors making a change here. Kuzminskis is checked in.
Yeah, and early on doing a really nice job at the free throw line.
Picked by Okafor. Here's Mitchell. He's been putting up the points on a very steady basis, averaging around 17.5 points a game.
They hold the early advantage on the glass.
And there's the feed to Burke. At the top of the key, Caspi. They set the pick. Lets it go from 11. That shot, no good. Jazz trail by 12. And it's Mitchell missing.
He's having a tough quarter, scoring the basketball, unable to help them close this gap.
Steps back and fires. 11 points in the game.
And he's really been working to get those looks, and it's starting to pay off here early on.
There's a minute 40 left here in the opening quarter. And he's fouled on the shot. One free throw coming up.
And just showing you his determination despite the size difference.
And he makes the little adjustment just as he goes to lay it in.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
One shot, mind the lanes.
Free throw drops for Mitchell. There's a minute 34 left to play in the first. Now here's Burke. 11 points for him in that last game against Chicago. There's the pass to Barrett. A three ball. Here's Zizic. Okafor grabs the miss.
Boy, he blew an easy layup, and he is furious with himself.
And stolen by Burke. And here we go. Burke heading to the hoop. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot two right here.
And they've been the more physical team, offensively, seeking contact, looking to score in the lane, and getting to the line.
The Warriors have been exceptional shooting free throws tonight, going 9 for 9. Burke hits them both. Jazz trail by 13. 52 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Out to the right wing. Cool hands passes to Bridges. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Mitchell hits the three-point bomb. Mitchell's got 8.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Dishes it to Caspi. From outside the arc, he's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
Utah's gone 3 of 6, 50% from deep so far tonight. Here's Cool Hands. Burke covering. Here's Cool Hands. Here's Mitchell. The three-pointer off the mark. And so it's the Golden State Warriors. 13 points up at the end of the period. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot from all over the floor tonight. And we'll be back with you shortly. Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time. Warriors leading by 13. On the floor for Utah, getting going here in the second quarter. Cool Hands is out there with Mitchell. Then there's Jahlil Okafor. Then it's Bridges. And it's Rhea in at the 4 slot.
The beauty of the teardrop, very difficult to really contest.
Okafor, the pass to Bridges. Now here's Okafor. He's tightly guarded.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Pass to Barrett. Shot clock at 5. A picture-perfect screenplay, and the jumper's good. 15 points in the game.
Yeah, you see the killer instinct. He's going for the death blow.
True story. They've got a monster lead that's taking a life of its own.
Now here's Okafor. Defense right on him. And it's denied. They get it back. Rab the pass to Okafor. Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. Kuzminskis kicks to Caspi. Back to Kuzminskis. Here's Barrett. And it comes off the front of the rim.
That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times.
Rab, that's good.
Attacking the defense with the pass. Love the unselfishness.
2 minutes now played in the second quarter. 11 feet away. The putback. It's good on the putback.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Passes it to Bridges. He dishes it to Mitchell. Picked by Okafor. Here's Mitchell. 8 points for him. Rob. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. The coast-to-coast dunk.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
And the Jazz call time here. Steve, they say the defense wins championships. Talk about the value of communication on the floor when it comes to a team playing great team defense.
I think, Kevin, for fans and especially young kids out there, watch the great teams, the teams that are winning championships. They communicate. The teams that are not winning, you can see on the bench, not a lot of guys are talking. You don't see communication with players and coaches. The teams that win, they are a constant chatter about making the right play and also criticizing each other, but constructive criticism.
Did you learn that watching other teams that were great as they were at the top of their game and you guys were a developing team and you were a developing player?
I think for me, at a young age, getting a chance to watch the Detroit Pistons, being from Detroit, hanging around Joe Dumars, Isaiah Thomas, and obviously the late, great Chuck Daly, they were in constant communication, and they won, so that helped me be able to develop my communication skills.
Pass to Bridges. And he got the whistle, so he'll have a three-point play opportunity.
Yeah, he earned that one. I mean, taking the hit and still able to get that one to go down.
The Jazz making a switch here. And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Warriors leading by 16. Green, the screen. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Shots good from Young.
And until someone stops him, he's just going to continue to keep firing from distance.
He does a great job, in my opinion, of finding space along the perimeter and has the touch to knock these down.
Here's Embiid, and it's in off the backboard. Embiid's got 8. Golden State's gone to three-point range 7 times tonight, knocked down 5 of them. And Young kicks to Caspi. Now Green. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Bulls in Chicago. Shoots a 3. The kick out to Young. Green passes to Baker. They set the screen. The pass to Zizic. There's the dish to Young. Here is Caspi, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Just 4 to shoot. There's the triple. Young's shot is off.
And even against defense as tight as that, you almost expect him to still bury those.
Ball kicks to Embiid. And again, it's Utah.
And Ball sets up his teammates, and when they're open, quick to whip it around. One of the best ball movers in the league.
Back to Young. From the wing, and the shot goes down. Young's got 20.
And just carrying over from his last game, completely dialed in. You can sense his confidence.
I totally agree. Heat check after heat check. He realizes, man, I'm still hot.
Utah calls timeout.
And you can see his wheels are turning. We'll see what he draws up here.
It's been an ongoing battle of adjustments, trying to identify your strongest matchup each time down the floor.
Both teams will make substitutions. And it's ball in the corner. The three-pointer is right on target.
And Ball has tremendous confidence in that shot. As soon as the pass hits his hands, he's ready to pull up.
Young dishes to Caspi. Green with the screen on Brown. Caspi passes to Green. Here's Baker. And poor shot selection there. Not a high percentage look for him. Jazz trailed by 14. Brown inside. That's tipped. And here is Green. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. His first shot coming late. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. And the Warriors lead by 16.
That's one of his specialties, just squaring up from medium range.
Yeah, he has the height to shoot over most any defender and the touch to make it with consistency.
Here's Embiid. And the layup's good off the glass. Embiid's got 12 in the game. Warriors leading by 14. Young outside. Here is Caspi. He's covered by Brown. And Caspi kicks to Green. Shot clock at 5. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. He hits Brown with the drive, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And Brown really forcing the issue there on the drive, making the opposition get physical with it.
Steve, you're known for your three-point shooting, but as more and more teams look to space the floor and shoot threes, we've heard some legends, like Isaiah Thomas, for instance, complain that everyone's playing the same. What do you think about that?
You know, me and Isaiah, we've definitely talked about it, and I look at it, yes, we have some guys that's multi-talented, but everybody can't shoot threes. If you're a good guy to be able to knock down with a high percentage, shoot the three. But if you're a mid-range guy, you can still be an all-star shooting the mid-range. Play to your strength, work on that shooting threes, but I just hate when 5, 6, 7 guys, everybody's running to that line, and that's all we're seeing. You got to defend, you got to rebound, you got to block shots, you got to do other things, because that still is the way you can win the game, by doing all things, not just shoot threes.
And really having the best teams in history always had guys that can do different things, a ball handler, a rebounder, a screener, a long shooter.
Yeah.
It's always a combination of all those things instead of everybody doing the same
You're
thing.
so right, Kevin. And even though we've been in this three-point era, in the last 2 or 3 years, rebounding the basketball and defending still can win basketball games for you.
Warriors leading by 12. Young outside. Green with a screen for Young. Pulls from the top of the key. That shot off.
And that was an easy one there, just a missed opportunity.
If you give it to him, he'll take that shot every time down the floor. I'm sure he's kicking himself.
Nice ball movement by Utah. Cool hands passes to Embiid. 6 to shoot. Here's Cool Hands. It's deflected, but he stays with it. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits.
And just not able to find the target from three-point range here in the second quarter, although he did knock down one in the first.
That free throw good from Young. And so Young nails them both. Well, Steve, with the rise of NBA message boards and increased coverage from beat writers, NBA players have plenty of opportunity to read up on opinions of what people are saying about that player. Is this something that is impossible to avoid? And do some players read fan opinions about themselves? Are they reading these critiques?
Yeah, I think they are. Some players read in too much. Fans have a voice, but you don't have to read the good or the bad. But going back to the beat writers, I think a lot of times a beat writer is one of those guys that you see every day, and you're looking to challenge him when he writes something bad, and also you want to pat him on the back when he writes something good. But I think you got to look at the beat writer and understand he's doing his job. You got to kind of separate that. But a lot of times when there's a beat writer interact with a player, a lot of times it's bad, especially if the beat writer has written something negative toward the player. I wish they can separate those guys, and also the players can separate the beat writers from fans.
Brown, good.
Great to see Brown drop that perimeter jumper, showing off his terrific stroke from beyond the arc.
Three-pointer. The shot that time not on target. So Utah will take it the other way. Last time they met was in Utah.
Yeah, and last time they faced off, really an easy win. They put together a pretty complete game, but their edge on the glass, for me, still stands out.
Anytime you can seize control of the rebounding advantage, you are in great shape to win any game in this league.
And Utah making a change here. Mitchell's checked in. Sinks it from just inside the baseline.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
Baker kicks to Green. Pass to Baker. Young with no one around. Good on the three-point shot. Young's got 25 points.
And what a huge performance for him. I mean, he drained 3 three-pointers in that first quarter, and he's got 2 more here in the second.
Here's Embiid. Green with the block.
You know, so much of Draymond's rim protection comes from positioning, but this time, he just flat out got it.
Baker with the bucket.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint. And Draymond Green just does so many things well on the basketball floor. But to me, above all else, he really is an elite defender who allows this team to be creative with their lineups. You can just put him on any player at any position and feel comfortable with his impact. You know, he's had better starts, obviously, but he's shaking it off here in the second.
Back to Young. Over in the corner, Green. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. That's on Jaylen Brown. You know, for all the great things that Draymond Green does on the basketball floor, perhaps his greatest asset, Steve, is his ability to be a leader. Other MVPs and All-Stars will defer to him to set up the defense and get going on offense.
You know, Kevin, that's what we do at Michigan State. That's the kind of player and leader that Draymond has been his whole career. Doesn't care about stats, only cares about winning. Willing to step up and take the big shot as well.
Pass to Barrett. The 3. But they'll get another chance. Second chance shot, and the bank shot is good. And the Warriors lead by 14.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Ball dishes to Okafor. There's the screen. He kicks it to Ball. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Yeah, and Ball's size makes him a difficult guy to guard. He uses it well to pick up fouls while shooting.
And he's got his first free throw of the game. That's good from Ball. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
And at 6'6", Ball, very similar to Jason Kidd in terms of the vision that he plays the game with. His IQ is off the charts.
And Okafor with the block. And we've reached halftime in this one. Warriors lead by 12.
Thanks, Kevin. Alongside Steve Kerr and Coach, what is the offensive approach going to be in the second half?
Well, we just have to do what we do, move the ball and wear them down.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here. Got Shaq, got Kenny the Jet Smith. So it's Golden State who's out on top at the half. They are leading by 12. Shaq, what are your thoughts on Golden State?
Well, they were really in attack mode. The most telling stat is how many times they got to the free throw line. They weren't all afraid to get their hand and get those elbows dirty. You know I'm a specialist when it comes to the elbows, Ernie.
That'll do it for now. The second half of action coming right up.
Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game. Here's Young. They've got Draymond Green. Young is up there with Baker, and it's Barrett at the 3. That's Steve Kerr's 5 as we get into the second half. And the basket is good. He's got 19.
His teammates recognize that he has the hot hand going. That's why they get him the ball every chance they get.
Embiid with a screen on Young. Down low. And Embiid throws it down.
And you gotta clog up any passing lanes around ball, especially in that pick and roll. He knows how to slice the D apart in those sets.
The pass to Barrett. Green, the screen, kicks to Young. Cans it from downtown. Young's got 28.
Very well executed pick to give him all kinds of space to get that one off.
Ball kicks to Brown. He feeds it to Mitchell. Embiid the screen. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Here's Baker. Young outside. Green the screen. Shot clock at 5. Shot off the pick. And the shot no good, a bit short. Jazz trailed by 15. Ball with it. And Young picks him up defensively. Ball, the pass to Embiid. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. It's Young on the wing. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. Green, the screen. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. Young's got 30.
A solid beginning to this second half offensively. 3 for 4 from the floor.
Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Right wing. Shot clock at 6. Good D by Embiid.
And you see why his reputation is so strong defensively. He allows no separation.
And so many defenses are not designed to take away the mid-range jumper, but he's given nothing away. This is what it means to be a catalyst. His offense helps set the tone for a lot of what they do.
Pass to Barrett. The kick out to Young. Feeds it to Green. That's tipped. They retain possession. Good work there as it goes. Utah calls timeout.
And coach most likely wants to address their turnover issues. The offense looks forced right now, rush. There's no synergy to it. They have to find a way to work together and remain aggressive without making mistakes.
Bridges, he's checked in for Jaylen Brown. Jazz trail by 16. Embiid the screen. Ball kicks to Mitchell. Zizic is checked in for the Warriors. Here's Bridges. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. Just 5 on the clock. Embiid the screen. Ball with a wide open look. Another miss by Utah.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Here's Baker. Pass to Zizic. Golden State moving the ball around. Young with the ball. Now defended by Embiid. Kept alive. The kick out to Young. Passes it to Barrett. Green, the screen. And there's the pass to Baker. Another three for Golden State.
Well, this is what every coach emphasizes. Keep your head up. Be willing to make the extra pass.
Now, here's ball. Defended by Young. Beyond the arc. It's rebounded by Golden State. Zizic has got 8 rebounds in this game. Now the feed to Green. Pass to Baker. Pass to Zizic. Utah with the rebound. Embiid's got 4 rebounds now tonight. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
They set the screen. There's the steal. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Here's Baker. And there's the lay-in. Baker's got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, if you wonder why they're in control of this game, just look at his stats from the field. Solid, solid, solid.
And that replay presented by Under Armour showing us the fantastic steal that led to that fast break finish. Another Unleash Chaos moment. Ball with it. He has 5. Embiid the screen. Here's Mitchell. And this is his second trip to the line tonight.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. And some changes here for the Warriors. Caspi comes in for Draymond Green. And Trey Burke subbed in for Baker. Cool Hands checked in for Utah. And Mitchell drops them both. And it's the Warriors with the ball. Now, here's Burke. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Young's shot is off.
And even against defense as tight as that, you almost expect him to still bury those. I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
They set the pick. Back to Burke. Just 5 to shoot. Launches it. Buries it from 3-point range. Burke's got 5.
And that's from beyond, guys. Right back at you.
This is looking more like an all-star game right now. Everyone launching from range.
Embiid. And sticking right with it. Gets the foul with the bucket. And he'll go to the line.
1 shot.
You know, if you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you'd think his team would have the lead.
Kuzminskis, he's checked in for Young. Okafor's checked in for Utah. Warriors leading by 16. Pass to Barrett. Dishes it to Caspi. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. And we'll examine here how the distribution has been between 3-pointers and 2-pointers tonight for the Warriors.
I really like how they've been attacking offensively. If the 3-point shot's there, they take it with confidence. And when the lane does open, they are more than willing to attack at the rim.
And the first one at the line is good. And the Jazz making a change here. Rabs checked in. And both free throws good for Caspi. Here's Cool Hands. He dishes it to Mitchell. To the inside. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. For Utah, they have been exceptional shooting free throws tonight, going 9 for 9.
And really, they haven't been able to differentiate themselves from the free throw line on the season at about 76%.
And the Warriors making a change here. Young's checked in.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Burke, the pass to Barrett. Fires from deep. Burke can't get it to go. Jazz trail by 16. Cool Hands from beyond the arc and then some. Cool Hands got 5 points in the quarter.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
The pass to Barrett. Here's Zizic, covered by Okafor. Pass to Barrett, 6 to shoot. From deep 3-point range. Can't hit that one. And it's Utah the other way. Here's Cool Hands. 8 points for him. The dish to Okafor. He kicks it to Mitchell. Gets that one to fall. That's his 6th field goal. He has shot the ball 12 times.
His marksmanship this quarter has been unbelievable, yet they still trail in this game.
Barrett, defended by Bridges. And Young, here we go, over Mitchell. And again, unable to change momentum here. Bridges passes to Cool Hands. Kicks to Okafor. Pass to Rab. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's going to go on Trey Burke. And the first one drops. Brown is checked in for Utah. Second free throw, no good. Warriors leading by 10. Here's Burke. Buries it down low. Burke's got 5 points now in the quarter. Jazz have gone 6 of 10 from the field in the third quarter. The screen from Brown. Feeds it to Okafor. Passes to Bridges. Swiped it away. Now the Warriors moving it up. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. It's on Jahlil Okafor.
And a late reaction by the defense makes that one a no contest.
You know, he got out before people could turn their heads, and he's already gone with no hesitation.
Ball's checked in for Ram. Jazz trailed by 15. Here's Cool Hands. 8 points for him. Picked by Okafor. Shoots off the screen, and he drops that one in. Brown's got 10 points in the game.
And love how assured Brown looks taking these shots. His mid-range game is on point when he's squaring up like that.
The pass to Barrett. Pass to Zizic. 4 on the clock. Over Okafor. And Okafor with... Now Ball. He has 5. Okafor sets the pick for Ball. He took good advantage of that screen. 11 points for cool hands.
You can see there the defender allows himself to get picked.
You know, it's all about effort. Sometimes you're going to get hit on hard screens. You just have to fight through them.
And the shot goes in.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half, sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Okafor with the screen on Young. Ball kicks to Okafor. And fouled on the shot, so the bucket counts and a chance for one more here.
Yeah, heard the whistle and then kept his focus and able to still knock it down.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And so far this season, it's been average at best at the line, only 71% as a shooter.
58 seconds left in the third quarter. Misses the 3. Jazz trailed by 10. Ball dishes to Okafor. The feed to Ball. Over Young. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. Ball's got it back down to single digits for the Jazz.
2-for-1 territory, but they got to work quick.
This is where the play calling comes in. Let's see what they got.
Dishes it to Young. Pass to Kuzminskis. Okafor grabs the miss. Okafor's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Ball, the pass to Bridges. And again, it's Utah.
And you got to love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded-out game.
Screen by Young. There's a good screen. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
And that's a tough one, but on those illegal screen calls, the defender's never going to get the benefit of the doubt.
Some guys, they just know how to get away with it, and some don't.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors, with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They've had active hands and have forced a lot of turnovers in this one. Back right after this. And a moment ago inside the huddle with head coach Steve Kerr.
Move it to the next guy, drive and kick, let it come out in the wash, all right?
And Steve Kerr asking his...
Всем привет, кто еще остался на стриме, думаю, что это будет разгром. Но пока что UTA отыгрывается и уступает всего лишь 6 очков. Ну, пока что вот этот момент был не очень, но посмотрим, вдруг трешку забьет. Следовало отдать пас на вандербилт, но не стал. И да, получается у них забить, и уже 4 очка разницы всего лишь. Играют не основа, да? Не основа играют, потому что Гаджа, Акафору и Бёк и Кузьминкас у ГЛСВ. Сколько человек смотрит? 3 человека? Ну, считай меня, это получается. Кроме меня. Да, вот так 2 человека. Скорее всего. Грин сбрасывает на Баррета. Тут сразу трюху бросает. Ой. Не успел Браун. И до 7 очков увеличивает преимущество. RJ. Он забыл против Берка. Константин Гаджа против Бейкера. Отдает на Брауна. И тот решает сделать лояп, но не забивает его. Мяч у Голден Стейта. Барретт. Бамба. Бейкер и снова Дреймонд. Отдает на Бамбу, и это N1. К сожалению, может преимущество до 10 очков увеличится у хозяинов этой площадки. Да, так происходит. Но у нас 10,5 минуты, и все за это время может произойти. Вот забол. Открывается Костя. Дает на Эмбида. Эмбид снова на Костя, и тот бросает трехочковый. Ой, было близко, но нет, не забил. Фалит, какого? Не Джейсон. Блин, как его зовут-то? Постоянно забываю, как Брауна зовут. Джейрен Браун, вот Джейрен. Необычное немного имя. Бейкер, Дреймонд Грин, Барретт. Даблтимит его. Гаджа почти перехватывает мяч, но не получается. Трей Бёрк проходит под кольцо и не забивает лайап. Хороший дефенс от Эмбида. Костя Гаджа бросает прям в отрыве быстром, не забивает. Трей Бёрк на Бейкера, и Бейкер тоже не забивает. Лонзо Бол. Дает на Джейлена Брауна, но тот не может даже поймать мяч. Странно. И Трей Бёрк забивает двухочковый. Чуть больше 9 минут остается играть. Преимущество у хозяина площадки 12 очков. Браун заслон Эмбида. Дает на Вандербилта, и тот двухочковый не сбивает за недушку мяч. Докидывает. Беккер. Чуть ли не теряет мяч, бросает двухочковый, и это N2. Ужас, что творится. Могли отыграть, но с 4 очков до 14 упускают. Только вот отрыв. Донован Митчелл вышел вместо Гаджи. И Эмбит в посту против Дреймонда Грина. Не забивает и сразу путбэчит. Вот это да. Отлично было сыграно. Посмотрим ли сможет они в таком же темпе отыгрывать остальные очки. Грин. Будет бросать, наверное, да. Будет сам бросать. Трехочковый в переднюю дужку не забивает. Джейлен Браун. Всего 2 очка набрал, причем оба штрафные. 4 промаха с игры. Лонзо Бол. Дает на Эмбида снова посту против Дреймонда Грина. И Браун, трехочковый, точный. 9 очков разница. Трей Бёрк. Отдает на Баррета. Бамба. Дреймонд Грин, Бейкер. Заслон от Грина. И флоутер бросает Бейкер, не забивает. Вандербилт подбор. Лонзо Бол начинает атаку. Чуть ли не теряет мяч после хорошего вроде бы паса, но Эмбит успевает словить на себе фол от Грина. 2 штрафных. Первый он не забивает, на удивление. 23 очка уже набрал. 11 из 20 и 8 подборов. Второй штрафной он забивает. 8 очков разница. Чуть больше 7 минут остается. Трей Бёрк на Баррета. И обратно на открытого Бёрка. Тот забивает 3-очковый, и разница на табло уже 11 очков. Лонзо Бол. Может, мог 3-очковый бросить, не стал. Донован Митчелл. Проходит под кольцо и ставит легкий данк. Бёрк. На Бейкера. А где Янг, кстати? Янг что-то не играет сейчас. Грин. Ой-ой-ой, какой любчик дает на Баррета. Чуть-чуть не хватило игроку Юты, чтобы выбить мяч из рук. Точнее, еще не из рук, а чтобы не допустить этого данка. Ну, что сделано, то сделано. Биг Боллер. Отдает на Брауна. Тот снова на Бола и трехочково забивает. 8 очков разницы снова. Остается играть полчетверти. Мо-бомба. Бёрк. Сам бросается со средней дистанции и забивает. 50% почти у Warriors, в то время как 52 у Jazz. Ну, почему-то они проигрывают сами. Неправильно заслон ставит Эмбит, и они теряют свою атаку. Замена у нас. Жижич, Янг и кто-то еще. Кто это? Это... А, нет, все. Два игрока всего лишь поменялось у Джаз. Ой, Джаз, Голден стоит. Грин трехочковый бросает и... Нет, не забивает. Эмбит подбор. Митчелл. Дает на Бола. Эмбит. Снова Бол. На Брауна. Браун трех, что ли, отсюда бросать будет? Ужас. Бросает трехочковый и не забивает переднюю дужку. Эмбит дабл-дабл уже есть. И Вандербилт со второй попытки забивает. Барретт. Грин. Грин бросать будет, да? Бросает двухочковый дальний, не забивает подбор Жижич и выхватывает у него мяч. Донован Митчелл отдает на Бола. Тот, ладно, мяч остается у Джаз. Дреймонд Грин выбивает его в аут. Браун сбросит из аута. Вон за Болом получит мяч. Нет. Мяч получает Вандербилт. Донован Митчелл. Давит на Эмбида. Эмбид со средней дистанции. И ой-ой-ой, какой путбэк от Вандербилта. Хорошо было сыграно. Хоть и Эмбид не самый умный бросок допустил. Шесть очков разницы. 4 минуты играть. Янг. Янг дает на открытого Беккера и треха мажет ее СГ Голден Стейта и мяч у Джаз. Браун. Дает на Лонза Бола, тот теряет мяч плохим пасом. Ой-ой-ой. Барретт еще и ловит фол от Брауна. Пятый фол, кстати. Последний, который допускается. И 2 штрафных сейчас проводит РД. Первый он не забивает. Второй забивает. Вандербилт. Эмбит. Снова Вандербилт. Заслон от процесса. И ой-ой-ой, какой лояп мог быть. 5-й фол для Грина. 2 штрафных пробросит ПФ UTA. Первый штрафной он попадает. Второй тоже попадает и доводит отставание до 5 очков. Трай Янг. Грин. Барретт. Открытый Грин под кольцом забивает лейяп. 3 минуты остается. Браун заслоняется Вандербилта. Эмбит. Даблтимит его и чуть ли не теряя мяч, он бросает лейяп, не забивает. Браун трехочковый. Нет, 2 попытки было у гостей этого матча, обе тщетны. Бросает Барретт трехочковый, сразу не забивает. Митчелл, степ-бэк хотел сделать, нет, не будет. Бол, Вандербилт, Митчелл. Эмбит, легкий данк и 5 очков разницы, 2 минуты остается. Бейкер, Жижич, Янг. Заслон от Грина. И Грин открытый средний бросок забивает. Хорош сегодня Дреймонд в клатче. 7 очков разницы до сих пор мы видим на табло. Эмбит. Что? Простите, что? Ну, это пока что худшее, что могло сейчас случиться. Вот, наверное, одно из хуевейших, что вообще в 2К есть, это вот такие вот броски. С щитом анимации вообще некоторые не дружат, это прям до ужаса. Бывают прям такие нелепые фигни, когда даже мяч в аут не уходит, они просто его в щит долбают. Ну, жесть на самом деле. Обидно, я бы сказал. Янг. Барретт. Грин. Грин забивает двухочковый, ну, в принципе, скорее всего, хоронит. Соперника. Ну, 9 очков, в принципе, вполне реально, я думаю, отыграть за минуту 20 секунд. Эмбит двухочковый забивается с средней дистанции. Янг. Ой-ой-ой, фалит в атаке. Ой, как Бол хорошо отыграл в защите, подставился грамотно. Толкнул соперника Трая Янг. Браун сбрасывает. Принимает мяч Лонзо Бол. Нет? Да. И флоутер вроде был, должен быть. И Вандербилт заставляет Жижича в 5 раз фалить. Мог он 2 на 5 быть, но 2 штрафных мы только видим. Первый штрафной он забивает. Второй отправляет заднюю дужку. 6 очков разницы, минута остается. 2 точных трехочковых по иному. Бейкер. На Янга даст. Янг открытый. Нет, не на него. Барретт. Барретт. Бросает закрытый. Не забивает. Браун подбор. Донован Митчелл трехочковый. Забивает. 3 очка разницы. 33 секунды. Надеюсь, фалить не будут. Да, фалить не собирается UTA. И Янг не забивает. Эмбит подбор. Лонзо Бол. Начинает атаку. Вандербилт. Донован Митчелл. Эмбит. Решает бросать с поста. Не забивает. О май гад. Жижич 2 штрафных пробросит. 9 секунд остается до конца матча. Первый штрафной он забивает, и, в принципе, это действительно уж похороны. 5 очков разницы. Один тайм-аут остается у UTA после использования этого. И 5 очков надо отыграть им как-то. Ну, в принципе, тут уже, возможно, мало. Трай Янг, по мнению Джордан Брэнд, становится игроком матча. 30 очков и 50% реализации. Тут уже на скорость будут бросать. Он забыл бросить? Нет. Вандербилт бросает и забивает. Вот это уже действительно было забавно. На 2 очка преимущество он до 2 очков преимущества сократили. Golden State решили тайм-аут взять. Интересно, для чего? Трай Янг, фалит на нем Лонзо Болл. И 2 штрафных сейчас увидим. Первый штрафной он забивает, и если второй он забьет, то уже, правда, нечего будет там отыгрывать. Да. 4 очка, 6,5 секунд. Ну, тут уж 3 с фолом. Ну, вряд ли мы это увидим. Тут даже просто можно не держать периметра вообще и выигрывать этот матч. Он забыл. Браун бросает, не забивает, и это все. 113-109 выигрывает Golden State. Довольно интересный матч был. Преимущество у хозяев площадки, конечно, весь матч был огромный. И тут вот камбэк вроде бы, но не смогли дожать. Не смогли вот тут чуть-чуть. Спасибо всем, кто был на стриме. Всем до скорых встреч. Пока.